Hi everyone, I'm going to do a quick video on text editors within the Linux distribution. I'm currently using Kali Linux, but you can use Ubuntu or any other Linux distribution you like. The commands will be the same, but also, and additionally the programs and the software I'll be using will be the same. And it'll be good for you to practice this after or during the video. So at any point you want to sort of catch up with me, you just pause the video as you feel. So I'm just going to simply open our terminal here, and a default text editor which is installed in every distribution of Linux is Vi. So for me to open Vi, I just type Vi, so that's opening up on the fly. So you can see there I've been playing with it already. So if I do Vi test, I'm straight into a text document called test. I'm using Vi, but if I want to use an upgraded version, which is sort of a lot easier to use, I use Vim. So if I do Vim test and hit enter, so I'm now in this text document we've already created called test, and now I'm in Vim. Vim is a more updated version of Vi. Doesn't always necessarily come installed as default as part of the distribution. So to install Vim, I have to do sudo apt install Vim, and because I'm logged on as a user, I have to type in the password, and what it's saying here is already installed. So luckily I've got an updated version of this Kali box that I've just downloaded, has already got installed. So later on I'm going to use a software called Nano and also Gedit, so I'm just going to get them installed quickly. So Nano, which is a bit more forgiving text editor, so that's already installed, and then I'm just going to do Gedit, which is a graphical user interface. So I could have done tac minus space minus y, but now I'm just going to install Gedit. It should only take a few seconds, and then I'm going to jump into Vim and we're going to start playing with that. Vim is a bit of a funny one because it's quite awkward once you're in there, but I'll show you the commands and also upload these commands to the GitHub repo, the course repo itself, under lesson 4. So I'm just going to open Vim and I'm going to create a document. So I'm opening Vim and I'm creating a document called document. It's a text document. Hit enter. So I'm in this document. I'm currently in command mode. So at the minute, if I type things, it's not going to start typing, and this is where we start to begin a little bit of the awkwardness of Vi and Vim. For me to escape, you might have seen me do it already. I hit Shift : and then Q. If I can quit there, and no changes will be saved. If I want to go back in and start typing, I have to hit I, so now we're in insert mode, and whatever I type after I press I will then start populating. So this is me typing. Hit enter for the next line. It's a little bit sensitive, so I can, it's a little bit more, it's not as sensitive as Vi, so Vim's a little bit more forgiving, but Vim is not as forgiving as Nano, and that's what I'm going to show you in a minute. But they are all cross-compatible, so I can open up a document in Vim, Vi, or Nano and edit it. I quite often jump into a file on the fly, so for example, I'm just going to exit this file without changes, so me exiting that file, I can do :Q exclamation mark, and that escapes. If I want to save and quit, it's WQ. If I just want to write to it, if I want to save and have been typing, so I'll show you, I'm going to hit insert mode and I am now typing, and I just want to save it. If I hit escape a few times to go back into command mode, : write, so I've just saved it mid on the fly. So go back into insert mode by pressing I. Have to press right on the keys to enable me to go to the end of the line, and then enter on the next line, and then from the command line for the command line. So I go right quit, so now I'm going to save this, so that's my document. So if I can cat document, and I can see my 2 lines of text there. So we've got Vim and Vi and that insert mode and the command mode and write and quitting. So I'm going to show you a few more little commands within that quickly. And if I wanted to get rid of this for the command line, because I wanted to type from the command line, and obviously I did it intentionally, I'm currently in command mode, and if I hit double D whilst in command mode, it deletes that line. If I hit I, am now back in insert mode. Brilliant. So I'm now going to quit and save that. So colon, which is shift and colon, then write and quit. And if I cat that, then that line should be gone. Brilliant. So we're there. It's really handy if you want to sort of do things on the fly, and the reason why we're going through Vim first, or Vi, is to make sure that it's available on every distro of Linux, as I said. So if you needed it quickly, dirty on the fly, and you didn't know what this box had installed, or you didn't have availability to download other things, then you can use these commands in Vi. For example, if I wanted to change the network configuration of a file, if I wanted to go sudo, or even the users or the shadow file, sudo vi etc the host name, for example. I wanted to change the host name on the fly, so I can add that, and then I can change this because it's in use. It's not going to change till next, so it's read only. Cool. So that's how I would change a file on the fly. Because if you jumped on a box and you need to do some type of privesc, or you need to change something, or see what's going on, Vi or Vim will always be installed. Necessarily Nano might not be. Next time we'll move on to Nano. So if I do Nano and document, it's a little bit more forgiving. So it's got a GUI, as we can see there. It's semi GUI because we're still in the command line effectively. So I'm going to type from the command line this time. I'm happy with what I've typed. So now to save and exit, it's a little bit different. Press left control. We can copy and paste text. We can replace, especially where in a long document, we can start searching as well. I can press Control and X, and now that's asking me to save it. So I'll press Y, and then do I want to write it as a file? So I'm going to name it document_new. So that should create a separate document now, and hit yes. So if I LL on that, we can see document new, cat document _new, and we can see there they are the same file effectively after I've added that new line in. The next version of sort of going on to more graphical user interface, and we're going to load up a separate window, will be Gedit. So if I do Gedit on document, and it takes a little minute, but we can see there it's a fully graphical user interface, and I can sort of type things. I'm getting my prompts here as it's loading in the back, but here we go. Save this, Control S, or press save up here, escape, and let's cat on document as I've just edited that, so we can see, here we go, that's what I've just added in. So that's a very quick overview of our text editors available on Linux. So what we've covered is Vi, Vim, Nano, and Gedit. Gedit is the easiest one to use, but if you're using command line, you know that Vim and Vi are probably going to be installed, not necessarily Nano, but Nano's probably one that most people know and prefer. I'm going to stick all the commands in the GitHub repository, but thanks very much for watching.